Hi Yogi, welcome to Yoga with Alina, and today we have a 30-minute long class which is all about strength. It's a nice power flow. I hope you will enjoy it. It's going to be a little bit sweaty, just throwing it out there, so get ready. I'm doing it without any props at all. If you want, grab 2 blocks. They're always helpful. You know, I love them. And if you're not sure how to use them, make sure to check out the tutorials about it as well. And I'll see you on the mat in just a couple of moments. We're going to start this practice laying on our backs. I want you to bring the soles of the feet together and then lower all the way down on the floor and allow your body to relax. This one is not really going to be a relaxing practice, so this first couple of moments of stillness, take them in and just simply bring your mind into the space. Commit to the next 30 minutes of taking care of yourself, your mind, your body. And then start noticing any sensations, any feelings, any emotions, any thoughts, bringing more and more awareness with every round of breathing. At this point, also start noticing your breath. Start prolongating the breath, deep inhales, matching long, long exhales. We're starting to send the air up and down the back of the throat to create an ocean-like sound. In and out through the nose, letting the air travel up and down the back of the throat. Now, when you feel somewhere comfortable with the breath, bring the hands underneath your thighs and guide the knees together. Knees are going to touch one another, heel toe the feet about mat distance apart. Toes are going in, the heels are going out. Very gentle stretch going down the outer thighs, and staying in this stretch, set up an intention for the practice. Why are you here? What brought you here? What is it that's going to keep you here the entire practice? Very personal question. And then we're going to heel to the feet back together. Bring the knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice loving hug. Take a few moments. Thank yourself for making it to the mat today. And then when you feel ready, you're going to bring the arms by your sides and straighten the legs all the way up to the ceiling. Flex your feet. Imagine you're kicking the heels up against the ceiling. We're going to take a deep inhale. Stay here for the exhale. And then exhale. Now start lowering the right leg down to the floor. Lower back is pressed against the ground. You're going to tap the right heel down. Exhale, lift the right leg back up. Same exact thing, just going to the other side. Inhale, start lowering the left leg down. Tap the left heel down to the floor, and then exhale, lift the leg back up. Keep going just like this, moving at your own pace with your breath. Synchronizing your breath and your movement, but as you're staying here, I really want you to commit to engaging just the lower part of your body. Everything above the waist is still resting. Your shoulders, your neck, your head, your chest, and then the lower back is pressed down. And from there on down, everything is working like crazy. We're starting to activate the lower abs here. Okay, let's do one more on each side. You can take your time. There's absolutely no rush. I promise you, this practice is not about that. And once the left leg comes back up, that's when you're going to bring the knees into your chest again and give yourself a nice loving hug one more time in this practice. If you're not there yet, don't rush. If you are, you can rock side to side, especially if that felt good the first time around. That should feel good now as well. And then we're all going to start rocking up and down the spine, massaging the back. Starting to gain momentum, and we're going to use that momentum to rock ourselves all the way up into standing forward fold. Top of the mat, If you can get there without using your hands, great. If not, so great. Just get there, shake it out, bend and straighten your legs. You know what to do, getting into the hamstrings. The upper body is still resting, by the way. And we're going to find stillness with the legs. Bring the hands behind your head, clasp the hands together. Very slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing. Vertebra by vertebra, your head is coming up the last. Take your time, no rush. Once you get to the top, release the arms by your sides and close your eyes to Tadasana Mountain Pose. Check in with yourself. The body, the breath, the mind, the intention, all the good stuff. And then with me, inhale, reach the arms all the way. Right hand grabs the left wrist, put up and over to the right. You're looking up to the ceiling. Inhale, lift yourself back. Switch the grip, go over to the other side, look up again. Good, inhale, lift you back. Exhale, hands behind the tailbone, clasp hands together, reach the knuckles down, open up the heart, press the hips forward. You're going to keep the hands as they are. Inhale, lift you up. Bend your knees, cascade your body over your thighs. That one fist you created is falling over your hand. And you're going to bend the right knee. Once you bend the right knee, right shoulder will come a little closer to it. Look towards the left side of the room. The left shoulder is getting a bit more stretch. Right now we're highlighting it. We're going to the other side. Straighten the right leg, bend the left knee. Same exact thing, just looking the other way. Again, the movement is happening only in your knee. The rest is happening automatically as long as you're not fighting it. Come back to center. Let's take a deep inhale. Exhale, lower the hands underneath the shoulders, shake it out. We're bringing more engagement into this forward fold. Hands on the shins, blocks or floor. Inhale, half of it. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Pull the chest in closer to your thighs. We'll do this again. Inhale, half of it. And exhale down. Last one, inhale. As you exhale, step back, coming into your high plank with the shoulders over the wrist, the heels on top of your toes. Nice long plank, the body's parallel to the ground. You're going to bend the knees a little bit, arch the back like you would for cat-cows, and as you exhale, push back, coming into your downward facing dog. We're not staying here yet. Inhale, lift the heels and round yourself forward. High plank pose. Again, spinal wave is happening. Exhale, bend the knees, arch the back, travel into your downward facing dog. Keep going just like this, moving at your own pace with your breath. Synchronizing your breath and your movement just like you did before with that core activation. And then connecting the lower and the upper body. You've moved them separately already. It's time to put them together. And really encourage you to close your eyes and feel what is happening as you're doing that. Let's do another round or so. The next time you arrive into your downward facing dog, you're going to hold it there, pushing the hips back and up, sending the heels closer to the ground. They don't have to touch the floor. No need to walk anything anywhere closer. If you want, you can bend and straighten your legs a few times. Beautiful job. We're finding stillness in this downward facing dog. The legs are straight. Let's take a deep inhale. Exhale, forearms go down to the floor. Dolphin pose. The gaze is between the forearms. Forehead is staying far away from the floor. Keep pushing the hips back and up. That should be nice, good. Dolphin pose. You can bend and straighten the legs if you want. And then baby steps. You're walking the feet back, coming into your forearm plank. I'm losing my words today. I'm forgetting the names of the poses, so bear with me on this. Let's take a couple of breaths here. And the next exhale is taking you all the way down to the floor. The hips touch the floor and tuck your toes. Pull the chest through the arms, open up the heart, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Just as an option, you can extend the elbows. If you're taking that option, though, the hips are staying down. Pull the chest through the arms, opening the heart. Good. Another deep inhale. Exhale, forehead down to the mat. Slide the hands outside the mat, elbows towards the ceiling, the fingertips on the floor. Inhale, press into the fingertips, lift up. Exhale, the right shoulder goes down, center of the mat. Inhale, lift back. Exhale, the left shoulder goes down. One more on each side. Inhale, lift up. One of my favorite movements ever. Exhale, the right. And then inhale, lift yourself back. And exhale, the left. Good. Inhale, lift yourself back to center. Exhale, lower the forehead down on the floor. Now slide the hands underneath your shoulders, and if you want just a regular baby cobra where we're going next, you can stay here. If you want to spice it up a little bit today, my offer for you is to bring the hands behind your head and clasp them together, and we're going to lift the chest a couple of inches up. If the hands are behind your head, you're clasping them, and then imagine you're pulling the elbows apart. Chest is going forward, probably not as far as usual, but it's okay. Remember to breathe. As you're pulling the elbows apart, the shoulder blades are going to squeeze in a little bit more. If you're not taking that option, maybe you lift the hands off the floor, who knows? But make sure the engagement is there. Feet are staying down, you're pressing the tops of the feet against the ground so much that the knees lift up. I'm literally shaking right now. Look towards the front edge of the mat. Let's take a deep inhale. Exhale, forehead goes down to the floor. You're going to release the hands by your sides underneath the shoulders. If they're not there yet, tuck the toes under. You can use your knees for this transition. We're pushing ourselves up back into that high plank. Separate the shoulder blades, push away from the ground. That should feel pretty good, especially after squeezing that space between the shoulder blades just now. Now when you widen it, you really feel it. I want you to do that. We're getting ready to go into our vinyasas together. Inhale, push the shoulders over the fingertips. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows in, halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog, open up the heart. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. Keep the same distance between the hands and the feet. You can bend and straighten your legs a few times. And then, like in a lot of other of my practices, I'm going to make a deal. We're going to flow through this vinyasa 3 more times right now. Then until the end of the practice, vinyasas are going to be optional. So let's take a deep inhale, preparing. Exhale, let it go. Next, inhale, lift the heels, round yourself forward, high plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows in, halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog, open up the heart. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. We have 2 more just like this. Make them good ones. Inhale, lift the heels and round yourself forward, high plank pose. Very intentional movements. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog, open up the heart. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. We have 1 last here. Inhale, bring yourself forward, high plank pose. Lift the heels up, round your way there. Exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga holds. Inhale, upward facing dog, open the heart. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. We're pushing the hips back and up. Sinking the heels low, you can bend and straighten your legs if you want. Take your time with it. Explore the pose for yourself. Keep grounding the knuckles of the index fingers down. Separate the shoulder blades. This is how we go to the right side. So with your next inhale, right leg goes up. Any movements with the right leg, whatever comes to your mind, you can explore that. Circle out the hip flexor, bend and straighten your leg. You can circle out the ankle. You know what to do. Just explore that. And with your next inhale, straighten the right leg up to the ceiling. Open up the hip and point the toes. Exhale, squeeze the right knee in and up. Touch your nose here as much as you can. Step the foot between your hands. Left knee goes down to the floor. Melt the chest over the right thigh, allowing the weight of your body to open up the hips. Now make sure front knee and ankle are in one line, right? They're leveled, and make sure the front knee is not in front of the ankle. You're pushing yourself back if that's the case. Take a few moments here. Now with me, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Let's do it again. Inhale. And exhale down. Last one. Inhale. Hold it here. You're going to bring the hands to the front knee and then straighten the elbows, creating a tiny little back bend for yourself. The chest is going up. Don't worry about getting super deep into the back bend. This practice is not about that, but I do want you to start sending the chest up a bit more. And then inhale, lifts you all the way up. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. Biceps is framing the ears. Tuck the back toes under. Lift the back knee off the floor. You're going to arrive into very long, very strong lunge. Reach the arms up to the ceiling, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lower hands down at the heart center in prayer. And we're going to lean forward, creating a beautiful diagonal line from the back heel to the crown of the head.
Look a little bit in front of the mat. I'm shaking so much. Wow. You're going to bend the back leg and float it off the mat, creating a variation of a warrior 3. Flex the floating foot. I want you to try and spin the left toes to face the floor. Right now, they're probably facing the left side of the room. That's okay, but you want to try and close your hips. Chest is lifted. You're looking a tiny bit in front of yourself. Wherever you're looking is where the chest is going. And then keep the back leg, right? The left foot is going to stay lifted. Inhale, lifts you up. The left foot doesn't touch the ground. Bring the left knee out in front of you. Create about 90-degree angle for yourself. And you're going to bring the right into the left knee and start twisting yourself towards the left side of the room. When you feel ready, reach the left arm back behind you, dancing Shiva. If the balance is good today, you can start shifting the gaze to look towards the left hand. If the balance is tricky today, that's okay to look forward. Fine with me. We're going to keep the shape with the upper body. Reach the right arm towards the front of the room. Start bending the right knee and start sending the left leg all the way back behind you. At the same time, we're going to arrive into warrior 2. Very mindful transition, very carefully step back. Your hips are open towards the side of the room. The gaze is towards the front. Rotate the front palm, exhaling the right arm up, left and down. No weight in the bottom hand. And if you feel anything in the lower back, look down. Not worth it. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Stay here for the exhale. The next inhale is going to lift you back up. Heel toe the back foot in much closer, about 5 times. Do not be afraid to shorten the stance dramatically. And then send the hips back and reach the right and forward. When you can go further, tilt for a triangle, gaze goes up. No weight in the bottom hand. You're pushing the top shoulder behind you. Remember about the breath. Beautiful job. We're going to look down. Bend the front knee and float the back foot. No rush here. Flex the floating foot. Imagine it's pressed against the back wall. You've balanced before. The previous balance was very, very similar. It's just the hips were closed, right? So now they're open. Nothing crazy. Let's take a deep inhale. Exhale, start bending the standing leg. You're just bending the standing leg. That's all that's happening. Don't think about it. Side of your body is aiming to touch the right thigh. Get a little bit deeper here. And with a lot of control, you're going to step your left foot as far back as you can, coming into your warrior 2. Again, you've done that before. Right elbow inside the right knee. Push it out. Left arm reaches up and over. Extend at that angle. Look up. Spin the chest up. Let's bring the top arm behind the head. Grab the left wrist with the right and pull it down. Spinning the chest up even more. Try to make the top elbow disappear behind your head. Inhale, straighten the front leg very slowly. You're going to stay here for the exhale. Keep looking up. Nothing has changed. Keep looking up. Inhale, lift you up. The obliques are working. Separate the hands. Cartwheel the arms around. Hands are going to frame the front leg. Lift the back heel off the floor. Fold over the straight leg. That's the front leg. Actually, both of them are straight, but you're folding over the front leg. And keep the hands down on some kind of surface. Floor is good if it's available. Blocks are amazing if the floor is not available. Just decide for yourself. And then inhale, halfway lift. Flex the right foot, lift the right toes off the floor. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Let's do it again. Inhale, halfway lift. Push away from the ground, lift the back heel higher, separate the shoulder blades, slide the right leg back and up, open up the hip, point the toes. Good. 3-legged vinyasa is just an option. Take it if you want, leave it out. If you don't, I promised you vinyasas were going to be optional. If you're taking it, the right foot doesn't touch the floor. If you're not taking it, right leg goes higher up with every single inhale. Go a little bit further here, point the toes, get there. Good, and then bring the right knee to touch the right triceps. I never joke about that part. Touch the arm. Try to send it as high up as possible. With a lot of control, step the right foot outside the left hand. Lower the back knee down to the floor. This is your lizard lunge. We're going to rest a little bit here. The hands can stay down. If the flexibility allows you to, you can drop down on the forearms. Good. Whatever you're doing, remember to breathe. The breath is going to get you a little deeper in. Inhales are going to create more space. The exhales are going to send the hips lower. And keep the integrity of the pose though. This is the only way you will progress into the pose. Beautiful job. The next inhale, lift it back onto your hands. Heel to the right foot over to the left. We're going to get into pigeon. Nothing crazy, just getting a tiny bit deeper into that right hip. Drop down on the forearms. The good thing about yoga practice is that it's always a balance. So even if we have a practice that is completely about the strength, there's going to be stretch. Maybe a little bit less, right? But we're always balancing it out. This is what makes yoga yoga. Let's do another 2 breaths here, so nothing crazy. Should feel pretty good actually, at least it definitely does in my body today. And with your next inhale, walk the hands back up. You're going to lift the chest up. Keep the right hip lifted. Don't drop it all the way down. Bend your left knee and send the left hand behind you, grabbing foot or ankle quad stretch. Push the heel and send the left shoulder forward a little bit more. Good. You're trying to level out your shoulders. Bring them parallel to the front edge of the mat. Good. And you're going to let it go. Keep the hands down underneath your shoulders. Step back, coming into your downward facing dog. Straighten the right leg, bend your left knee. Good, and from there, reach the right hand to grab the left ankle. Right and left ankle, you're going to straighten the left leg. Look underneath the left armpit, dog twist. Your hips are going to, the right hip is going to try to drop. I want you to try and level them out. It's not easy, but really wiggle around. Try to find that balance again. And let it go. Come back to your downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa. If you want to take it, take it. I'm going through it. If you're not feeling like taking it, just stay in the downward facing dog because this is where we'll meet to go to the other side. Take your time. You have another couple of breaths, whatever you're doing. You can move around if you're staying in your downward facing dog. Good. And with your next inhale, your left leg is going to go up. Any movements with the left leg, you already know the deal. You can circle it out. You can bend and straighten the leg. You can circle out the ankle. You're creating the practice for yourself. You're getting to know the body. And then with your next inhale, straighten the left leg up to the ceiling. Open up the hip, point the toes. Exhale, you're going to squeeze your left knee in and up. Touch your nose here as much as you can. Step the foot between your hands. Lower the back knee down to the floor. Melt the chest over your left thigh. Allow the weight of your body to open up the hips a little bit more. Drop the head down. Good. Make sure front knee and ankle are in one line. I'm never going to get tired of saying this because this is really the only way you will feel that hip the way that I want you to. We're going to start moving a bit. Inhale, chest comes up. Exhale, sink the hips a little bit lower down. Let's do it again. Inhale. And exhale down. Last one. Inhale. Hold it here. Bring your hands to the front knee and start straightening the elbows, creating tiny little back bend for yourself. The chest is going up. The hips are going down. Good. Maybe this one is a tiny bit deeper than the one that you had before. The next inhale, lift you all the way back up. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. Biceps is framing the ears. Good, both of them actually. Biceps are framing the ears. And then you're going to tuck the back toes under and lift the back knee off the floor. That's going to create a very deep, long lunge. Don't fight it. I know it's scary. I know you feel like you're almost going to fall out of it. I feel it too. But trust me and trust yourself. Lower the hands down at the heart center in prayer. We're going to lean forward, creating a beautiful diagonal line from the back heel to the crown of the head. Take a deep inhale to prepare. Bend the back leg and float the right foot, coming into Warrior 3 variation. When you start creating that capital letter T out of your own body, the right toes will turn to the side. I can promise you that much. But try to pull them down a little bit more. Spin them down. That's going to close off your hip. You're going to keep the chest lifted. Remember to breathe. Beautiful job. And then from there with me, the right foot is now going to touch the floor. Inhale, lifts you up. You're going to bring the right knee out in front of you, creating a 90-degree angle with your right leg. And then reach the left hand to grab the outside of the right knee. Send the right arm back behind you. If the balance is good, your gaze is going to follow the right hand. If the balance is shaky today, keep looking forward. That is perfectly, perfectly fine with me. Just keep that twist with the upper body. And you're going to keep the twist, reach the left arm forward. At the same time, start bending the standing leg. That's your right leg, that's your left leg. And start sending the right leg all the way behind you. Good. Step that right foot back as far as it goes. Warrior two, sitting nice and low into the left leg. Look towards the front of the room. Very strong posture. Rotate the front palm. Exhale, send the left arm up, right and down. No weight in the bottom hand. And if you feel it in the lower back, you know what to do. You're looking down. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Stay here for the exhale. And the next inhale is going to lift you back up. We're going to heel toe the back foot in much, much, much closer, about 5 times, shortening the stance dramatically. And then send the hips back, reach your left and forward. When you can go further, tilt for your triangle. Gaze goes up, no weight in the bottom hand. You're going to push the top shoulder behind you a little bit more. Sides of your body are becoming very, very long. Good, and we're going to look down. Bend the front knee and float the back foot. Flex the floating foot. There's never any rush. Bottom hand, it's going to want to drop on some kind of surface, but I promise you don't need it. Your body's strong enough. We'll take a deep inhale together. Exhale, start bending the standing leg. You're just bending the standing leg. That's all that's happening. Go for it. Don't think about it. The side of your body is aiming to touch the left thigh. Get a little deeper here. And then the right foot is going to step as far back as you can, arriving into one last warrior two of the practice. Sit into the front leg more. Bring the left elbow inside the left knee. Push it out. Right arm reaches up and over. Extended side angle. You're looking up. Spin the chest up a bit more. And bring the top arm behind your head. Grab the right wrist with the left hand. Pull it down. Spin the chest up even more. Make the top elbow disappear behind your head. And then straighten the front leg. Good. Stay here for the exhale. Next inhale, lift yourself up to standing. The obliques are working. Good. Separate the hands. We're going to cartwheel the arms around. Hands are framing the front leg. Lift the back heel off the floor and fold over the left thigh. Let the weight of your body open up the left hamstring. We're not staying here for long, but I want you to feel it. If you need to, the hands are going to your blocks. Good. And then with me, inhale, chest comes up. Flex your left foot. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Let's do it again. Inhale, half foot. Push away from the ground. Separate the shoulder blades. Lift the back heel higher. You're going to slide the left heel back and up. Open up the hip point, the toes. Three-legged vinyasa is an option. If you're taking it, go for it, but the left foot doesn't touch the floor. If you're not taking it, you're just working on your down dog split, setting the left leg a little bit higher up with every single inhale. We're going to meet in the down dog split. Send the leg even further up. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, your left knee squeezing into the left triceps. Touch the arm. From there, step the left foot outside the left hand. Heel toe the foot in a little bit closer, actually a lot closer here, and then lower the right knee down to the floor. This is your lizard lunge. Relax the body. Hands, forearms, blocks, floor. All is a fair game, starting to get into the left hip. Use your breath. We're getting a little bit deeper with every single round of breathing. We're going to stay here for quite a few breaths. Not too long, because this practice is not about this kind of stretches, but still enough for us to balance everything out. Let's do about 2 more breaths here. Good. And then if you're down on the forearms like I am right now, the next inhale is going to lift you back up onto your hands. And heel toe your left foot over to the right, a little bit on the diagonal. Don't be afraid to lower the foot down. And then lower the knee down to the floor. We're coming into pigeon pose. Again, hands, forearms, blocks, floor, all is fair game. You decide for yourself how the practice is going to look for you. Not about how it looks, it's about how it feels. What is happening? The sensations, the feelings, the emotions, the thoughts. Keep on bringing more and more awareness into the practice, more and more mindfulness into this practice with every round of breath. The breath is nice and smooth. In and out through the nose, the air is traveling up and down the back of the throat. Beautiful job. Let's do 2 more. And with your next inhale, you're going to walk the hands back up. Lift the chest up. Oh my God, I was just sliding so much. And from there, you're going to bend the right knee, reach the right hand behind you, grabbing foot or ankle, quad stretch. Push the heel and send the shoulder forward a bit more. That's your right shoulder. I had to think about it for a second. You're pushing the right shoulder forward, bringing the shoulders parallel to the front edge of the mat. The right heel is coming in closer to your glutes. One day, imagine it's touching the floor. Never seen that happening, but who knows? And we're letting it go. Hands come underneath your shoulders, tuck the back toes under, step back into downward facing dog. Straighten the left leg, bend the right knee. That should feel pretty good. Both feet are staying down on the floor. And then reach your left hand to grab the right ankle. Straighten the right leg. That's going to pull you deeper into the twist. And then check in with your hips. The left hip is going to try to drop. I want you to level it out with the right. Look underneath the right armpit. Remember, twist is supposed to feel, right? You're supposed to feel something in the twist. If you're not feeling anything, adjust. Then let it go. Come back to your downward facing dog. Final vinyasa if you want to take it. If not, just stay in your last downward facing dog, enjoying the upside down V shape. And if you're staying in this downward facing dog, you can move around as well. If you're not, if you're moving with me, enjoy this last vinyasa. We're meeting in the downward facing dog. And from there, you're going to look between the thumbs. Now here's the thing, you can walk, jump, flow, crawl. I don't care how you get there, but once you lengthen your sit bones, lift the feet off the ground. We're getting into another core little finisher. Lift the feet up and reach the arms forward. First, to set it up, actually grab the thighs and send the chest forward, opening the heart, drawing the shoulder blades down the back, really focusing on nice long back, and then lift the shins parallel to the ground. Maybe that's enough. If that's enough, you're staying here. That's going to be fine with me as long as you're feeling it again. And if not, then you're sending the arms all the way towards your feet. Again, if that's enough, you're staying here. If you can straighten the legs without rounding your back, go for it. Let's take a deep inhale. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, halfway down, canoe or low boat, however you want to call it. Exhale, lift yourself back up. Let's do it 2 more times. Lower halfway down. Exhale, back up. Last one, halfway down. You're going to hold it there. Press the lower back against the ground. The gaze is towards your toes. Point the toes. Really, really feel it. Reach the hands towards the front of the room. One more deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Just let yourself rest. This is Shavasana. We won't add on anything else. No surprises. This is the final posture of the practice. Take a moment to thank yourself for this time on the mat that you gave yourself today. And I really encourage you to stay here for the next 3 to 5 minutes at least to let the body take in everything you just did. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, Yogi. Thank you for letting me guide you through this practice, sharing my practice with you. I hope you enjoyed it. From my heart to yours, namaste.